Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today and do the last part of my Q&A from my backups giveaway, all the questions that were asked, and I'm just going to jump right into this. Okay, first, I am trying the Nivea Sun Protect Water Gel Sunscreen. I've used it twice, each time with a different foundation, and my skin looks like an oil slick. What am I doing wrong? I have normal skin. If anything, I might tend towards dryness. I have no idea. Unless it's your skincare. Maybe something you're putting on before it. I will tell you though, even if something's working for somebody else, we're also different and our climates are different. I live in a very dry climate. You may live in a very humid climate. If something is not working for me, even if everybody else loves it, I don't give it much of a shot. I would, maybe look at your skincare, but if something is making me an oil slick, I will immediately just toss it. I would toss it. Some others I like. I love the Biore. That's very similar to the Nivea. You might try the Biore. And if any of you know something that's a little bit more mattifying or dries down a little flatter, put that down there for her, down below. And for me, I might try it too. Okay, next, what is your #1 color in the L'Oreal blush? Okay, I will tell y'all the ones that I love. My diehards are the Rosy Outlook, the Subtle Sable, Apricot Kiss, and one more. I'll put it right here. However, I've been testing out so many other things and I'm using up things. It's been a while since I have just used L'Oreal blushes, even though I love them. But I will say one of my favorites right now is a new one. And it's this one in Tender Rose. A real pretty earthy pink, but lifting. It's a very light, earthy, and lifting. But I also love all those other colors. So I'll list below all my favorites, and this Tender Rose right now, I'm loving. Okay, next, you are such a ray of sunshine. Thank you very much. How do you stay positive? Love your positive energy and sweet disposition. Y'all, I don't always stay positive. I try to always stay positive, but I'm not always up and in a good mood. However, when I'm not up and in a good mood, I tend to hide, not just from YouTube, but from my life, from everybody and everything. And until it passes, I will lay on my bed and watch Netflix, try to get myself out of it through cardio, working out, doing a pump class, I always have upbeat music going, and those kind of help me get out of it quickly. But hormones hit me just like anybody else, and bad moods hit me just like anybody else. And when you have 2 teenagers and a husband with a stressful job, you can't always stay up. But I do not ever record when I'm not feeling good enough that I can smile. And maybe, hopefully make y'all smile. So that's why you always see me being positive, because I don't come on here when I'm feeling, just bad. Thank you. I'm glad you think I'm positive and upbeat. Okay, next, I've got some questions. Who is your favorite author, favorite actor, and favorite TV show? My favorite actor is Robert Duvall. I loved him as Gus in Lonesome Dove, which is my all-time favorite movie. So I love Robert Duvall, and he's kind of gritty and real. He just comes across very real to me. He reminds me of some of the men in my family. I also heard he hangs out at some places in Texas, and I've talked to some people that have actually waited on him. And they say he's just like that in real life. My favorite author, I would say, is Stephen King, because I just have the utmost respect for him. I just think he's a genius. And he wasn't respected in the literary community forever, and he just kept pushing them out. One of the first books I ever read, one of the first really long books I ever read in 8th grade was The Shining. I just have the utmost respect for Stephen King. I love him. And my favorite TV show of all time, I think, is Breaking Bad. The character development in that is genius. It is just Walt and the way they develop his character through the show. The storyline's excellent. The characters are excellent. And the character development, how he changes as the series goes, amazing. Okay, next, can you tell me 5 ways that I like to save money on makeup and skincare? I have 4. And anybody out there, please feel free to add to this. I wait for yearly sales. I don't actively wait for them, but I do try to utilize them and stock up on things I know I'm going to need. I sign up for email alerts with favorite brands. That is awesome. sign up for emails. Okay, and this can be my fifth one, in Instagram or Facebook. So you'll see on your wall when they're having sales. Ulta points and the Sephora gift card, I utilize that like crazy. Ulta, I've gotten close to $200 in free products with Ulta points. And Sephora, for every 2,500 in Sephora points that you get, and how you get that $100 gift card, it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I believe 9 o'clock Pacific time. So I set my alarm, and there's a limited quantity, and you just have to be there. And go on right when it turns, 9 o'clock Central Time, and I'm on there. I'm waiting, and I hit buy. That's one of my favorite ways to save money. And then Ebates. I always forget Ebates, but when I remember it, it pays off. You just download it onto your computer or your phone, and then go to Ebates, and then you search for your favorite stores, and you get, sometimes I've gotten 8% cash back, and I think they even have more than that sometimes. And if y'all have any more tips, put those down below. Okay, next, how do you minimize pores? Okay, I don't struggle with problematic pores. However, I have started noticing them more, and I will tell you what makes them stand out: shine. Shiny foundations, no, not on my pores. I don't ever try to glow on my pores. I try to use a skin-like finish or a matte finish around my pore area. Primers, pore filling primers. And some of my favorites are the Tarte Clean Slate. I love this. This is like a spackling primer. It's thick, and I just, really mash it in good. I really work that in, warm it up and work it in. And then the Too Faced Primed and Poreless, I like this. I don't yet know how much this minimizes my pores, but it kind of smooths everything. And then one of the best things is a blurring powder. And nothing blurs my pores like the Bye Bye Pores. It really does make my pores just blurred out. I think powder more than anything. And a skin or a matte finish. And then just not drawing attention with a highlighter, right in here. And I do put highlighter here, but then I press it with a beauty blender and cover it, kind of smooth it with powder. Okay, next, do I have any guilty pleasures outside of makeup? I really don't. I am very budget conscious. I don't have a weakness for clothes. I buy clothes out of necessity, and sometimes once I start, I get carried away. I wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure. I get carried away when it's bad. I don't decorate my house that much. I don't splurge on electronics. I can't think of really any guilty. I don't like to travel. I will drive my car till the wheels fall off of it. Really, my only guilty pleasure is makeup, honestly. Okay, next, have you ever used Bobbi Brown powders and eyeshadows? I have not. Y'all, the only Bobbi Brown products, and I want to try some of their skincare. This is the Bobbi Brown that I love. I love this Bobbi Brown Bare. It's just a fat nude liner, and I love it. It is the perfect rosy nude. I love this lip liner. Okay, next, what is your favorite high-end mascara in drugstore? My favorite drugstore, my favorite drugstore is the Essence Sculpted Volume Lash Princess. It's got to be the purple one. I've tried all of them, and the purple is the magic to me. And then recently, I've fallen in love with the Benefit Roller Lash. It's so much that it's made me want to try more Benefit mascaras. Separates my lashes nicely, builds them up, good length on them. I love this. I love both of these. These are my go-tos right now. Okay, next. I was wondering how you keep powder from settling into pores or lines. Any tips would be great. When I put my powder on, I either do it with a damp beauty blender and I kind of press into pores, and my lines are mostly up here, and I just really press with the damp beauty blender. That may help, and I press with a puff. I just really press it in and then go over it, kind of brush away with a brush. And then the lines around my eyes, I try not to get much powder out there. Because that really will accentuate it. You smile, you've got a lot of activity going on out there. So I really try not to get a lot of powder. I try not to get much, and then I press. Okay, next. I love the Lancome powder. What do you use to apply this? The puff they give you wears out quick. Again, I use one of these puffs, and I get a package of these off of Amazon. I'm going to link those down below, and I use these for all powders. I love them. Okay, next, what's the under eye product that you said helps with dark circles and puffiness that I talked about on Instagram? That would be the Sanitas Vita K Calm. Heard about this on Penn Smith Skincare, and it actually works, y'all. I never forget this. I use it morning and night. I'll show it to y'all. It's a little pump like this. It's yellow, pretty thin. You know, it blends right in. And I really feel like this helped with puffiness or dark circles. I'm not sure which. I just know it makes my under eyes look better. And I love it because it doesn't puff me. It helps with puffiness. Okay, next, what is your favorite foundation? My current favorite foundations, there's two of them. And I just finished testing both of these out. The Bare Minerals Bare Pro, and they're both dirty, or the Smashbox Studio Skin. I love these both. The Studio Skin is a skin finish and hydrating, but on me, it's just a perfect skin finish. And I get a nice cover from this. And the Bare Minerals Bare Pro is just perfect. These are my two babies right now because these are my new loves. But I love so many. It's like picking a child, y'all. Okay, next, do you use eyelash growth serums? Yes, I used 2 tubes of Revitalash and had real good results with that. And then the Grande. I will say, the first time I used Revitalash, I felt like it really made them grow. The second tube, it made them grow, but I was like, I think I can do better. So I started trying the Grande, and I really like that. I don't use it every night, probably a couple of times a week. Okay, next, I've watched your What I Eat in a Day and wondered, do you cook separate food for your family, or do they eat the same diet as you? Y'all, they eat totally different from me. Everybody eats differently. My husband eats like concession stand food, and he hates vegetables. My son wants to eat the same way as his father, and I eat healthy. And my daughter is starting to get real health conscious, but she just moved out. So it's very hard when your family does not eat like you because you're always confused as to what to make. And I hate to cook. And I cook 2 meals every night. I cook mine and I cook theirs. Or I make one and I eat the meat and vegetables and they eat the meat and bread. It's hard. It's hard. They eat different than me. Okay, next, if you could only shop one brand, what would it be? Okay, y'all, this was hard, but I have an answer for you, and it is Tarte, because my main things I'm looking for, it has to be a good eyeshadow, good foundation, and good concealer, all 3. Tarte. The Tarte Amazonian Clay, I'm obsessed with it. Oh, and this is one of my favorite foundations, too. So, Tarte Amazonian Clay, the Shape Tape, I could live on this, and the Tartelets. So I could find blush. I've wanted to try their blushes. I could find lipstick. I know I could find a good mascara. So as of right now, it would be Tarte. Okay, next, what are my dogs' names? I'm going to link another video down below, and it was my favorites from January, and I introduced Ted and Violet. So I'm going to link that down below if you're interested in meeting Ted and Violet. They're back here right now. Theodore has the dark face. We call him Ted, and Violet has the white face. Next, do you have any favorite lip products that are not in the nude family? No. I have pinky nudes, and I have peachy nudes. So no, I don't have any favorites that are not in the nude family. Okay, next, how old are you? I am 52. I'm 52. I was born in December of 1966. Okay, next, my question is, do you always wear makeup even if you do not go anywhere? Always, because it makes me feel pulled together for the day. It just gives me joy. It's my favorite part of the day. One of them is putting on my makeup. So yeah, I always put on my makeup even when I'm not going anywhere. Okay, next, what is my favorite part about doing my makeup? I don't really have a favorite part, all of it. I spend the most time on my eyes, and it gives me great joy now because of my new eyeshadow technique that I learned from allll Artistry. I'll link that video down below if you didn't see it and you struggle with hooded eyes, you need to see it. It was honestly life-changing. I don't want blepharoplasty anymore. I would say my least favorite is lips. I don't really spend a whole lot of time on my lips. Maybe that's why I wear so many nudes. You know, I line it, I put the lipstick on, and I go. So I would say that's my least favorite, and everything else is my favorite. Okay, next, do you color your own hair, and do you use a Clarisonic? If so, how often, and what is your skin type? I have a normal skin, Okay, y'all. My Clarisonic is in my clean out. I do have a Clarisonic. I never used it. And I have other ways I like to exfoliate more. And maybe I ought to use it. Maybe I ought to go drag it out of my clean out and stimulate my skin with it, but I just never used it. And do I color my own hair? Yes. I'll link my hair coloring video as well. And I mix up 3 different boxes of color. One of those is the L'Oreal 8RB. Okay, y'all, I have used this so long. I could call my sister right now and say, what hair color do I use? And she'd be like, L'Oreal 8RB. I used to use only this. Now I use mostly this Revlon Ultra Light Natural Blonde. I put in a dash of this. And then I also use quite a bit of a L'Oreal Medium Blonde. Those are the colors I use. And this hair is only about 3 days old. So this is what I get. Okay, next, what do I recommend to clear up blemishes on the face? I have heard salicylic acid. I would think an acid. Acid toners. I will tell y'all something that worked real good for my kids was Biologique Recherche, I believe is how you say it. And you get it online. I'll try to link that down below. It's a real strong acid. And then my daughter had good luck with Proactive. Was that what it was called? She had real good luck with that. Okay, next. Do you ever get burned out doing your hair and makeup every day? Never. It's my favorite part of the day. I love it. I love doing my makeup every morning. And on days when I'm going for like a laser treatment or something that I'm not wearing makeup, I'm like, why even get up? I do get burned out of doing my hair, but not ever my makeup. Okay, and so that is all the questions on my Q&A. Thank you so much for asking questions and joining my giveaway. I just appreciate you all so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.